Good morning, one and all. I'll be presenting a case of orbital myositis that mimicked cellulitis on its presentation. No financial interest. Introduction. Orbital myositis is a rare condition that is characterized by sudden onset of inflammation of extraocular muscles. It extends to soft tissues within the orbit. It is a subtype of orbital inflammatory disease. The principal features are periorbital pain, edema, diplopia, chemosis, and gaze paresis. Radiological features of orbital myositis overlap with those of cellulitis on its presentation, with inflammation of the ocular muscles and soft tissues of orbit being common in both the entities. Concurrent autoimmune diseases present in up to 10% of the patients, including uh, excuse me, including Crohn's disease and scleroderma. Case presentation. A 68-year-old male, uncontrolled diabetic, presented with painful proptosis of the right eye of 1 week duration. He underwent cataract surgery in the same eye 2 months back. Uncorrected visual acuity was 6/36 in the right eye and 6/9 in the left eye. On examination, he had marked lid edema, chemosis, and external ophthalmoplegia in the right eye. Pupillary reactions in fundus examination were normal. Patient was presumed for orbital cellulitis and was started on broad spectrum IV antibiotic elsewhere and did not show any clinical improvement. This is how the patient presented to us: proptotic eye with ophthalmoplegia. CT orbit showed fusiform enlargement of the right medial rectus with adjacent fat stranding suggestive of isolated myositis. Patient was then started on IV steroids and improved dramatically. The CT image showing the right medial rectus appears bulky, and there was fat stranding in the right retroorbital region. Discussion. Orbital myositis is a diagnosis of exclusion. Differential diagnoses are orbital cellulitis, orbital abscess, thyroid ophthalmopathy, and sarcoidosis. Imaging shows unilateral, single, or multiple extraocular muscle enlargement with intraorbital fat stranding. Imaging can exclude abscess or intraorbital mass. Due to overlap in presentation, antibiotics are often started empirically. No or little response to antibiotics should raise concern for orbital myositis. Conclusion: orbital myositis should be considered in patients with acutely painful proptotic eye. Awareness of orbital myositis as a mimicker of orbital cellulitis can avert delay in diagnosis. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Srilakshmi. That was a ultra fast presentation. You had 4 minutes. You finished in less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
That was very fast. Just a few points. How was the patient managed? Just with steroids, is it, or what did you have to do?
So the patient is managed with IV steroids. Dexamethasone 4 mg TID was started and then was gradually tapered to oral prednisolone for a period of 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, and then there was good complete recovery, or was any residual muscle change or any ocular positional change?
So there was complete recovery within 3 days of starting steroids, but after 2 months he again presented with relapse.
Would it be?
But actually, there has been a major study. There's been a major study. It's called the modified Delphi approach for the diagnostic criteria of IOID. It was published way back in 2017. It was a hallmark article in which they came to a consensus as to how you can come to a diagnosis of IOID, where they classified the disease as either myositic or non-myositic.
Yes.
And they also laid down the broad principles of treatment, actually. Maybe you could just go through that. That will help you widen your approach, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Akshay was saying something.
I was asking, could it have been just thyroid eye disease?
Sir, thyroid profile was normal in the patient, sir.
So in this modified Delphi approach, where they've actually tried to classify, come to a consensus, it was a worldwide study on which major orbital surgeons with more than 25 years experience were enrolled, and they gave their they designed a nomogram as to how you can come to a diagnosis of IOID. And if you go through that, you'll know that how this fits into the diagnosis and how you should manage subsequently, actually.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Mittal, you're saying something.